Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Hi. Uh, like a minute late. I sat here looking at this thing for about a minute going, how do I go live again? I am really freaking tired, and that is bad news. But it is what it is. What's going on, everybody? Cryptid's here. OG is here. Oh man, I am so freaking tired, and I still have to prep for the podcast. Wow. Dude, I am tired. Matthew, how you doing, Matthew? Curious, what does everybody think of Kickapoo Cat? Because I don't know, it doesn't count as tokenism at this point. Um, what's funny, Cryptid? Originally, they were going to have a Native American person be the first person to actually replace Captain America before they were going to do John Walker. Matt Grunwald thought a Native American replacing Cap would be ideal. So I don't know how many people are familiar with the character Black Crow, but I actually did 10 things about Black Crow explained in a minute. And yeah, it's old, but whatever. Yeah, this character Black Crow, who only appeared like maybe 3 times in the Marvel Comics, he was actually the character who was supposed to replace Captain America for a while, just for a while. Nothing's ever permanent. Oh, guys, tomorrow I am scheduled to get my COVID vax. So, yeah. And I had a lot to do today. And then I stopped and I chilled and I was playing a video game on Twitch. You guys can see that. It's cool. 7 Days to Die. And now yeah. Anyway, so like if I die from the vax, oh, it's too funny, man. Just just know I'm good. It was the AstraZeneca one. So yeah. Oh man. Anyway, so I got a couple toys. Figure show off a couple toys. Say what's up. Oh, the first one is a good one. You'll watch over me? Really? J-Man, I appreciate that, and I trust you. I trust you. You get yours on the 17th. That's awesome. Um, it's awesome, Math. Never heard of Black Rhino. I want to know. Well, like I said, 10 things. It's on my channel. Doug, what's up, Doug? Saturday night geek got time with the prof. Sabah, what's going on? How did my exam go? Okay, so the exam. I will not know how the exam went, dude. Sometimes you just want to get real mad at people. This might wake me up. So it was scheduled to be at 11:20 in the AM. So I was set. I was up. I didn't sleep. I was actually up the whole entire night. I was like, I'm good. I'm good. Like I know I should sleep. I want to sleep, but I can't sleep. So rather than just sitting there going, we should fall asleep, I just kept on studying, and I kept on trying to work on my book. My book. In fact, I should go get that book. I wonder if I could reach that from here. I set it up right over here. Eh, eh. Okay. So here's the book that I created. That's right. This is all photocopying. All of this. This is photocopy. So I actually made like I learned how to do. I kind of knew how to do them, but like I learned how. You can see I made a mistake down here. And I was like, well, how do I get this to go underneath? I was like, who cares? Who cares? Because they should have all gone underneath, but I was putting them on top and I wanted to be dress right dressed. And I was like, who cares? Keep going. It's the first page. God damn it. So yeah, learned how to do those just so I could, follow the order of, like visitors, permanent residents, citizenship, and the different main streams that you can go. And dude, you can see I took the all of these guys over here. So inadmissibility, removals, and appears. NOC, this is your national occupation class. It's actually a really cool thing. It's actually a really cool thing to do. I hope that everybody, all the countries do this. It's 4 digits that go over every single profession imaginable for the most part. But the economic classes to come over here, the provincial nomination program to come over, the study permit, the work permit. What is this one? Refugees. H and C is humanitarian and compassionate. Then I've got a glossary. The 67 out of 100 points to get into the economic streams to qualify. And then the two red ones down here are actually the biggest ones, but those are the ones that I did not actually create myself. Those were actually just photocopies of the IRPA and the IRPR. Immigration Refugee Protection Act, Immigration Refugee Protection Regulations. So when you make an act, there have to be regulations on the act. So the CBSA, the Canadian Borders Services Agency, they know how to regulate who gets to come in based on the IRPA or the act. So yeah, dude, I did so, and on top of that, what do you call it? Yeah, there were some things that my handwritten notes were just too perfect. Maybe a little bit messy, but like I threw all this stuff in there and some people weren't interested. Huh. But anyway, yeah, I put together like charts and everything and I just went crazy with this, man. Forget about it. So I had this actually cost $116 to get printed and bound, and I had covers put on them and whew. So I got there perfectly on time and everything. I was allowed to bring a notebook, so I brought that. I brought that. And what happened? Something was wrong. It wasn't letting me in. The guy, the invigilator wasn't there to proctor my exam. There's supposed to be a whole bunch of them, and they just completely screwed me over. I'm like, dude, so I'm trying to get in 20 minutes. I'm not joking. Everybody says, I waited for 20 minutes. No, I'm looking and watching at the clock. It's 11:40 now. I'm like, bro, what the frig? So I'm trying to get into the damn thing. Finally, the guy gets on. He's just like, oh, hey, what's going on? Didn't see you there. Yeah, well, you just ate into 20 minutes of my time. Okay, so anyway, you're not allowed to use a headset. What do you mean I'm not allowed to use a headset? That's not in any of the rules. I understand, but it's like a last minute thing. Sorry, we're not allowed to go on any further without your headset on. I was like, okay, well, can you at least start doing? I'm trying to tell him, can you at least start, doing the prep thing and just don't let me into the test until I'm able to get my regular, speakers working so that I can hear you and my microphone on here so I can hear you, I guess, because, but like I'm trying to say these things, but he's talking over me. Sir, I need you to take off your headset now. We cannot go on with your headset. And I was like, dude, I'm not even in the test yet. This is the prep. Sir, I need you to take the headset. This went on for a good minute, maybe a minute and a half. I got so mad, I threw the headset off. I was like, okay, cool. There you go. So now my headset's off. I'm waiting. So now can you put me through to the test, please? I'm sure there are no more rules, no more explanations that you need to go through with me, right? We're done. You could just put me through to the test now, right? I'm waiting. I'm assuming you're going. You might be talking to me. I don't know, but I'm not actually set up. I don't have my speakers on. It's all through my headset, but you just keep on repeating yourself like a broken record. You don't have the qualifications in your brain to just continue and actually go on and tell me. Like, I was so mad. I'm yelling at this guy. And like finally he starts typing to me because they have to proctor and they have to actually go through your computer. So the guy's typing to me, sir, I'm going to contact somebody. I'm going to contact one of my supervisors. Like, oh, you're going to get one of your supervisors? Oh, that's a good idea. How is he going to be able to talk to me if if I'm not allowed to use my headset? So I'm just sitting there working through this stuff and I'm, blah, 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 and I'm putting this stuff together. And finally, as I'm trying to figure it out, because I haven't used my freaking speakers on this thing since I got the computer, so it wasn't working. Like my speaker system that I paid like I think $50 for, $60, whatever, it wasn't working. So I was like, I don't know what's going on. So finally, he starts typing back. He's like, okay, sir, you're allowed to use your headset. I'm like, oh, I'm allowed to use the headset. Should I put the headset on? Are you going to start repeating to me when I do it? Like I was still mad. I was still infuriated at this piece of crap. So I put it on. I was like, hi, how are you? He's like, sir, I apologize. It turns out you are allowed to use your headset until the test actually starts. Now, mind you, he had to repeat that last part to me 3 times, repeat it to me 3 times. So he said it 4 times because his accent was so bad. So let me get this straight. A moron who's too dumb to understand that I need to actually set things up, and you could be talking to me and setting your own things up while I'm doing my thing rather than, like, what are you going to do? Smoke signals? Like, you freaking moron. So anyway, so the guy was just wrong and then wrong and then wrong and multiply wrong over and over again. And like I just saw the corner of my eye, Sabah points out, yes, I 100% had to go into my test infuriated and a full half an hour late, an entire half an hour late to my exam that I paid $480 for. I paid $500 for this thing. And I had to go and for a 3-hour test that this moron made me an entire half an hour late for because of multiple mistakes and misunderstandings on his end. Do you think that I got to get an extra half an hour? No, I did not. I did not. So 140 questions, which at 3 hours equates to like what, about 3 minutes each question? Well, it turns out you get to cut off a good chunk of that time because I had a moron in charge of me. And of course, he's got to rub it in a little bit more and say, good luck on your test, sir. I'm putting you through right now. I'm really rooting for you. I was like, will you shut up and push play? Like, unbelievable, this moron. I really wanted to complain about him, but I'm just, you know what? Like, it's so funny. I've gotten screwed over so many times in my life because I just don't complain, Gotten fired from a good job because I just didn't want to complain. It's just not in me. I don't know. It's just one of those things. So I complained to you guys instead. No, like I didn't want to bring it up and go through paperwork and all that nonsense. Anyway, so it's a pass or fail exam. So they're actually going to look through it and see, do you actually know what you're talking about? Do you know what you're doing? If you do, you're good to go. If we don't think that you fully grasp the thing, well, then you fail. So, yeah. Here's the thing with it, Sabah. If I say, if I do make the complaint, the argument that they're going to give me is, well, then instead of grading your test, we could simply reschedule you, and you could do it then. But like, what if I passed? Then I could just ignore it. You know what I'm saying? Because look, I know that I failed the Quebec stuff. I mean, unless I got really lucky with the 3 questions they gave me about Quebec, I just wasn't going to go into like it was I was kind of gaming it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully I didn't wind up gaming myself, but I knew there were only going to be about 3 questions about Quebec. So I'm like, I could completely get it wrong, and they're going to look at it as this guy doesn't know anything about Quebec. Or I can do like an entire day's worth of taking the notes and blah, 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 and all that stuff just to get 3 lousy questions right. So I kind of, you know what I'm saying? I had to kind of sparse it out a little bit, and that's the decision that I made. So I think I did pretty good. I'm not sure. We'll see. Suwan, what's going on, Suwan? Kept on trying to go online and play some 7 days with you, but my sleeping patterns are stupid right now. So I apologize. One day. But anyway, so I think I did good, but I always think I did good. Of course, I always passed whenever I think I did good. So I don't know. We'll see. It'd be great if I passed. And then I've got the day that they send me the results to say that I passed, I've got exactly 4 months to register and get fully licensed, which is going to be about $1,200. And if I miss that 4-month window, then it was all for naught. So I have to put together a good chunk of change in order to do that. So yeah, this is going to be fun. And if I fail, then it's another $500 to take the test. I should find out in a month. I think they said around June, about June 14th. I should find out. By the way, the last day to register for the next exam is June 11th. So when I find out if I passed or failed, if I failed, I still have to wait until 2 more months to register, and then a month after that I get to actually take the exam. So it'll be another 3 months before I can take the damn exam again. So just shoot me now. So I need some good news in my life. So here we go. Here's the good news. Bang! I got Transformers Earthrise Sunstreaker. So since I already got Sunswipe or Sideswipe, that means I got both of the brothers. Dude, how excited is the professor? No worries. Oh, this is my jacket. Yeah, this is what I wear because I get cold sometimes. I've had pneumonia 3 times aggressively. So so I've got a lot of scar tissue on my lungs. So if I get too cold, then it could actually kill me. Just around the chest and back though. That's it. Anyway, as I say this as I get ready to go in for my freaking vaccine tomorrow, which could give me a blood clot and kill me. I don't know. They're all experimental. Guys, here's something that some people aren't going to want to hear. I am happy to go in for the vaccination, but understand I am a little bit worried that something could go wrong. I know you got to wait there for 15 minutes at least to see if any complication, and that's with all vaccinations. That's even with the flu shot. They always want you to sit around and wait for 15 minutes so that if you do have a negative complication, then they're able to, then you're right there and they can say, oh no, and the proper trained medical professionals are able to call the more properly trained medical professionals. So yeah. Anyway, yes, June 11th, Loki. June 11th is when my last day to re-register. Yeah, they bumped it up 2 days. That's cool. No complaints. Hey, wait a second. This guy doesn't come with any guns or anything? What's going on? Hold on. No, for real. That's it. He came just like this. There's not even like any divots in there to... It shows that... Oh, it just shows this thing on his back. Oh, so he doesn't come with... He comes with this thing that's on his back. Okay, well, that's interesting. Turns into this sexy Lamborghini. Oops, let me get the transformer. There you go. Always have to remember to pull this out. Otherwise, you don't know how to transform your transformer, damn it. So, Sunstreaker, and the thing is on his back. It's taking a while for this stuff to focus today. Anyway, so this is one of the most gorgeous freaking transformers ever created. God, this is beautiful, man. I am so happy. Oh, and the good news, see, check this out. So I ordered from Toy Snowman. Remember I told you that? So I ordered from Toy Snowman, and I said, hey, listen, man, so here's the deal. I'm still waiting for my Asajj Ventress and my Ahsoka Tano to come, and my, what do you call, Grand Moff Gideon. I'm still waiting for those 3 to come. Here's the thing. I was waiting for so long for these things to come that I actually already got a Grand Moff Tarkin Gideon. So, oops. But is it a possibility that I could not get the Moff Tarkin, whatever the hell the guy's name is, Gideon? Can I not get Gideon? I get something else instead for equal price? And he's like, sure. I think because he didn't want me to cancel, but whatever. He's like, yeah, sure. It's like, all right, rock on. And I'm looking for stuff, and I'm like, I can't actually find anything. Listen, the Sunstreaker Transformer is actually $2 more. Can you just like give me your PayPal address and I'll send you an extra $5? Like, could you do that, please? Just keep the extra 3, seriously, because you're doing me a solid, And he's like, yeah, I'll just exchange it. Don't worry about anything. I was like, all right, cool. Well, unfortunately, he actually wound up sending me, instead of Sunstreaker, he sent me this instead. Venkman from the Ghostbusters. If you guys remember, I actually already have the whole set. I made the freaking Hellhound dog. I already have a Venkman. So he's just like, oops. And he's like, he's like, I don't know how I got, it's on the order form. It's like, I didn't ask for it to be on the order form. Dude, I already have this. I didn't ask for this, man. And this was after he already shipped it. So he didn't like pre-approve the shipment. He just sent it. And then I got an email and a text saying, hey, here you go. This is what we're sending. I'm like, no. So yeah, he's just like, oops, just keep it, man. Just keep it. I was like, you know what? It is what it is. So, Silva's getting himself into trouble. What is this? Sir. Keyboard malfunction. What? What keyboard malfunction? Did you boot somebody? You'll tell me about it later. Anyway, so yeah, oh my God. Oh, the Prowl. Yeah, I got Prowl. I got Prowl a while ago. That 2-pack of Prowl and Ironhide Earthrise. Oh, there's a new ones. Okay, that's cool. And I got the original Prowl from a while ago. He's short, but whatever. Still, like this just looks gorgeous, man. This is so gorgeous. So anyway, yeah, I'm happy I got that. Anyway, so he sent me this one. He's just like, I was like, do you want me to send you back the Venkman? I actually asked him on 2 separate occasions. So I got this, like, hey, I got it. So again, do you want me to send back the Venkman? I'll send it back I'll pay postage. It's not a big deal, dude. And he's like, no, it's just going to remind me of my failure. I was like, you're funny, but okay. Thank you. Honestly, thank you. So I'm probably going to just give this to Carlos at Gotham Central. And I don't know. He said that I was just going to like hand it to him, but he's like, no, we'll exchange for something. So I'll see. I'll see what he's got that I might want. So as far as the other things that I got, well, I did mention Asajj Ventress and Ahsoka Tano, right? So let's open, well, this is the one on my right hand. So let's open up my girl, Ahsoka. Let's open up Ahsoka. Let's see what she's got. Oops, always open from the bottom because, open from the bottom. Ooh, shiny, shiny toys they are. How much would Carlos mark it up for? He's not going to mark it up. He's going to, oh, well, they retail for 30 Canadian, but they've been going up to 35 Canadian. Either way, I would tell him to mark it up for, what do you call it? Because this is Venkman. This is the rarest one. I would tell him, like, dude, don't sell it for any less than 40 because it's the rarest one. And he's not a retail store. He's a collectibles store, So, yeah, he would only bring it up a little bit. I mean, if there's anybody locally who wants it, we could work something out. Let's see. Okay, so that's it. Just the 2 blades and she herself. This is gorgeous artwork. I love this artwork, man. Like, I love that they're doing the side artwork. It's completely independent of everything else, and it's just beautiful. And like with all the other things, they actually tell a story, kind of. If you get like everybody in the set, I forget who's all in the set. I think this is the set that's supposed to come with Gideon and everything, but whatever. I already opened those a while ago. So we got Ahsoka. Oh man, this girl got some booty on her. Look at that. Look at that. What's that old song? I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other Star Wars Galaxy people can't deny that when Ahsoka walks in with that pretty little thing and one on her waist, you get sprung. That song, baby got back. So anyway, these things do come off, but they always scare me when they come off. Hey, geez. What's going on there, Raven? How you doing? I assume you want the lightsabers in her hand as she's kicking some butt and taking some names. But we got to do it Ahsoka style. So, let's put the... You guys know that the backward sword technique is actually something that originally started with Zatoichi from the old Japanese movies. It was actually black and white, the original, the blind swordsman, Zatoichi. So anyway, that means like one sword. So here we go. The one of them's backwards, one of them's forward, and she's, yeah, so she goes, booty with the booty with the booty with the butt, booty with the booty with the booty with the butt. Oh, wait, she's gonna throw it back now. She's gonna throw it back. So there you go. Thank you for the $5, Raven. You are awesome. Thank you very much. So yeah, that's going towards my my funds to, what do you call it? for going into practice. Okay, now it is time for Asajj Ventress. You got the Zatoichi box set. Oh, dude, there are what are there, like 50 Zatoichi movies? That's amazing. Plus, they did the movie with a different actor later. Actually, they did 2 different movies. They did one with the female Zatoichi, which was awesome too. I think that's supposed to be like his daughter. Anyway, that's the first blind swordsman. They made Daredevil based off of Zatoichi, and then they also made Blind Fury. Remember Rutger Hauer? Rest his soul. Both of them because of the movie Zatoichi, the original movie, and then the movies afterwards. Absolutely amazing freaking movies, dude. Great actor. Okay, so Asajj just comes with her twin swords. Ooh, she's got some real clothes, man. She ain't wearing no plastic. I ain't saying she's a gold digger. The other part of that lyric isn't for me. Okay, so look at this. You got this. This is plastic, like hard plastic, but this is actually fabric. Oh, and it's that shiny fabric. And it doesn't, I get chills when like, weird fabrics and stuff like that. So I'm not getting any chills for this. You got the, actually almost looked like it was boots all the way up. No, it's just that all the way up. But it's still some great design, probably used from somebody else, but it's still great. Man, yo, this is a great figure. The stop motion on this, it's going to be hard to do, but it's going to look great if you do it right. Holy crap. She's going to have her 2 freaking swords tilted forward. What is 616 Fury doing now? Still on the moon. You have Blind Fury too? Love it. Dude, Blind Fury is a great freaking movie. It's a great movie, J-Man. Miss Lily James is going to be Pamela. Pamela Anderson. I know, and Sebastian Stan. Hey, Suen. Chance to watch a bit of Jupiter's Legacy. Sending all my good karma for your test. Thank you. I didn't watch Jupiter's Legacy. I didn't even watch freaking. So I meant to do a thing. I meant to actually have a guest on and talk about Invincible. This guy who actually read the comics and does really good reviews on them. And I was just going to watch the the episodes, and I was going to, we were going to compare like what is he like based on what do I like and vice versa. And he's going to tell me how the comic book differs. So, Suan, you get the what's one of her runs that she does? She does this incredible thing since her swords tilt forward. She doesn't have the butterfly shoulders, which would actually like Wolverine and or Spider-Man and bring them way back, but you can cheat and still does a pretty good job. So do this. I tilt her head forward. I wish her head would tilt forward more. She's got one of those long necks, man. I dig that. I just wish that the head would tilt up more. It's not enough, but she would like that. Ah, man, that'd just be sweet. I'd be terrified of anything like that come charging after me and just shoo. Asajj Ventress. Incredible freaking assassin mini Sith. A Sith wannabe, a Sithabe. So you'd be like, dancing on the ceiling. Oh, what a feeling when you're dancing on the ceiling. There you go. Thank you, Suan, for the super chat. Also putting that towards the business funds. Oh, man. Okay. What else should I open? I know what I'll open. I'm going to open her. I got another female. With blades on the ceiling. Okay. We need really big guns. Love that part. Jupiter's Legacy was not bad. All right. Nice. Jupiter's books are written. I don't know. Happy for Mr. Kirkman. But it does seem for me. Aspects invisible stuff revealed to me. All right, nice. Okay, so okay, go bang! I got the Armorer. Been waiting for this one for a long, long time. I was actually at Toys R Us right before they shut it down again because of the virus. And what do you call it? I saw the bigger box set where it had her with the. Actually, I'll show you the differences. She had more stuff, but I looked at it, I was like, I'm getting the other one, and the other one is going to be good enough. So the other one came with this, the tongs for picking stuff up out of the fire. There you go. So she'd actually hold it back here, and then the vice grips to take stuff out of the fire. She actually had a plate face mask in the other set, not in this one. That's okay. It's not that big of a deal. Here's the hammer. The other set actually came with a big like spark for smacking somebody with the hammer. There we go. Stick this back inside. So I don't know how much longer I'm going to be on for, guys. This might be the last thing I open. I kind of want to open something else, but I can wait. But I'm really tired. Honestly, I don't know when I'm going to do that freaking podcast. I might just sleep. You just got vaxxed? Nice. Yeah, mine's tomorrow. I met the blacksmith lady at Cleveland Comic-Con. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Cheekbones for days. She's very pretty. Got my second shot April 16th. Yeah, you're in the States, aren't you? They're rolling it out a lot better over there. Okay, so that came off. So here's this thing, which comes off. And this is the other change, is that in the big box set, this is actually fur. From what I understand, most people say they actually don't prefer the real fur. They prefer this, the plastic. So that's good, since this is the one that I chose to get. I'm not going to get two of her. I just don't see the need for it. So there's a split, and there's a split there, so she can actually open. And you see it's on the other side also. So she can do some very cool maneuvers and kick some stormtrooper butt. And she's got her tools / toys. I guess this one looks like it'll hold this a lot better. Oh, for crying out loud, just get in there. Too tired for this, man. Freaking exhausted. There we go. So she's got her two toys. You ever want to see what her face looks like? I could take off the helmet. Watch. It doesn't come off. It's actually the whole head. Come on. Come on. Seriously? You know, that was so much funnier in my head. You guys are probably like, yeah, boring, Professor. You're losing it. Yeah, I'm tired. I said so. So anyway, there we go. This is the Armorer. So that's it. I got the complete Mando set, the full Beskar, the old Beskar. Yeah, the Kui guy and everything. Oh my God, can't wait till I go to Comic-Con again. I know, I want to go to Comic-Con too. Right now I kind of just want to sleep. Who's smarter, Lex Luthor or Mr. Fantastic? I want to say Mr. Fantastic. I really do. But if, I don't know, it's weird. It's weird. Either way, even if they were both the exact same, I've got a take that might be a hot take. Some people might disagree with me, but I believe that Victor Von Doom is smarter than Reed Richards. So therefore, I believe he's also smarter than, I know the dials are supposed to go up to 11, but so does Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom, very differently than Reed Richards, he's not only ridiculously smart with a whole bunch of genius talents, but he's also got what's called hyperinvention. He has the ability to just come up with incredible ideas and act upon them. When you think about it, all the stuff that Reed Richards did was great. It was really cool and whatnot. Name something amazing that he did. He made unstable molecules, which retcon turns out he just made them because he found the Skrulls and he took some of their, remaining DNA that was left behind from a fight, and they made unstable molecules from them. I always wondered how come Hank Pym didn't discover unstable molecules. It's right up his alley, right? And he came out at right about the same time as the Fantastic Four. So why wasn't it Hank Pym? And then they said, oh, it was because he actually came across Skrulls. Imagine what Doctor Doom could have done. You know what I'm saying? He would have definitely found it because Reed Richards really hasn't done that much. When you think about all the inventions he's done, he hasn't really done that much, you know? As far as Doctor Doom, though, he made a time machine. He made a machine that can allow you to look through dimensions into hell, right? Like you could just go on all of the incredible inventions that he's done. Reed Richards has never even been able to replicate a time machine. So even with a working model, because he wound up getting his hands on Dr. Doom's time machine, not a big deal. Doom was able to make another one. He was able to get his hands on Dr. Doom's time machine. So he had a functioning prototype, functioning like, boom, it works. And he still never made his own time machine. I'm saying. That's because they're explorers more than inventors. Okay, I read that one too, Comic Works. I read that one too, the Hickman thing. That's really great to retcon that idea. I also like the idea that Hank Pym got slugged in the cheeser. That was fun too. But like, I hear you, but no, it's like it. Some things don't make sense, and even the great Jonathan Hickman can do things wrong. What has Hank Pym ever done that is more scientific than Doctor Doom, right? But even if we're going to say, oh, Eternity's only going to pick the good guys, okay, fine. What has he done that's more impressive than what Reed Richards has done? I mean, we're talking Fantastic Cars. We're talking all that he's done with the Baxter Building, the Four Freedom Plaza. You know what I'm saying? The work that he's done with what's his name, Ben Grimm, right? All these different sciences that he's crossed over with. Hank Pym's never come anywhere near what he's done, what Reed Richards has done. You know what I'm saying? He's never come even close to it. And just the idea of the Council of Reeds, which is also a Hickman idea, I'm going to completely disagree with that. What do you call it? Reed Richards, yeah, he's definitely an explorer, but it's also kind of what science does. I guess you could say that based on that same Hickman-esque logic, Indiana Jones is less of an archaeologist and more of an explorer. It sounds good if you don't think about it. The problem is people are going to think about it. So no, I'm not going to go with that. I did, however, like the idea of him differentiating between the engineering and actual sciences. When it comes to Tony Stark, because like I was an electrical engineer for 9 years. Saying 8 to 9 years, and while I have a working understanding of physics, I'm not going to solve or make any great breakthroughs. I'm saying? All I want to do is understand the way that electricity moves through moving or non-moving parts across multiple planes and in and out of phase. Like that's all I've ever wanted to do. Oh, here we go. Federico Blee is going to say something of great wisdom and knowledge. Richards could easily make a Viagra based on his powers. I stand by what I said. That is one of the most genius things ever. Because at the end of the day, let's face it, like it's true. Every single person who's ever thought about Reed Richards, once you get to that age, you're like, wait a second. Reed Richards can make any part of his body bigger and longer? Like I ain't even mad at that. That's a bold statement right there. That's right. Here's the thing. Look at what Mr. Blee has said and ask yourself, where's the lie? No lies spoken. What's going on, Federico? How you doing, brother? Big brother. Wife just had a birthday recently. Happy birthday. Oh, frag. So anyway, yeah, Dr. Doom, man, just beyond reason intelligence. You know what I'm saying? Like hyper invention. Anything he could think of, he can make, and it'll usually work. It's like Forge, except doesn't rely on an X gene. He's that good. And just to mess with people, He can even go over there and he can roll with Doctor Strange and be like, what do you got? Eldritch Blast. Pfft, I got this, punk. Boom. And he could do it too. Oh, the computer looks at it. He studies the movements, and he just turns around. He can do it because remember, it's not just about wiggling your fingers to make magic work. There's the actual understanding of how that works and whose brain is bigger than Doctor Doom's. Yeah, I do believe that Doctor Doom would in fact be smarter than Reed Richards and Lex Luthor. So yeah, I 100% do believe that. Nothing else. Reed's just a chemist. A chemist who just cooks. Hey, he's more than a chemist. Come on, man. Simple spell, but quite unbreakable. Right? Oh man. Hey, if you guys didn't go and check out Comic Quirks with Jimmy, me, him, and two other very hysterical guys, we had Comic Book Jeopardy, and it was hysterical, dude. It was freaking hysterical. Oh, Justin Ania, you were late at the gym. Well, then I guess you won't mind dropping and giving me 20 for being late. Oh, motivation. For Reed's Viagra too. Blue Steel, cat couldn't scratch it. Who can remember what that line is from? Who can remember what movie that line is from? You got one too? You've got a boner? Blue Steel, cat couldn't scratch it. Come on, who did it? I'll give you a hint. I think it's a Spielberg movie. Anybody who gets that, you get a Fonzie double gunpoint thing. I'll give you guys a couple of seconds because I'm about to bug out. I just opened those toys and I'm just podcast might be super late tomorrow because I really need to sleep. Looking like I got Friday, but with Spielberg. It was from this movie called Cocoon. It's a really freaking good movie. It was a really fun movie. Cocoon 2, not quite so good, but yeah, the first one, great. Easy 20 for Professor and an extra 5 for Cap. Ah, Justin. That's the way I like it. Nice, my man. Terry. Hey, Prof. Is comic collecting better or worse than in Canada than in America? Well, all of it's better than the Middle East, I'll tell you that. But I don't know, man. See, I'm super spoiled right here. There's good and there's bad where I'm at because I'm in Mississauga. And like Mississauga is freaking huge, dude. We got 5 Walmarts plus a distribution center for Walmart in Mississauga. They're planning on shutting one of them down, and I still don't know how they're going to be able to do it. We've got 2 Toys R Us's here in Mississauga. That's how huge Mississauga is. And Mississauga is part of the GTA. That's not Grand Theft Auto, the Greater Toronto area, because Toronto is like right there. Toronto is that away. So, like, there's Toronto, there's Mississauga, there's Brampton, there's like almost as far down as Hamilton. Like, we're huge. We're huge, and I'm not a fan of it. Like, I used to visit New York City when I was, growing up in Jersey. I never stayed for that damn long, maybe for like a month at a time, but mostly it was always like, I'm going back home. I've been here for like what, 5 years now? Almost 4.5, almost 5 years I've been here, and there's a lot of people. There can be traffic, and just it's bad. But one of the benefits is there are also 5 comic book stores in my neighborhood. So I have my pick of the litter. So I could just go long box searching. Like, if I were to go to all 5, and they're most of them are really big comic book stores. I cannot take only a day to go to all 5 of my comic book stores and, finger surf through the long boxes. That's that's what I've got here. So outside of here, though, yeah, there's still You can go like up north to York area and Newmarket, and you could find, comic book stores. Sometimes there are times when I'm walking and, like I'm walking in the city and it's like, 2 stories worth of everything. And all of a sudden just, why is there a big Spider-Man cardboard cutout stuck to the side of that wall? Wait a second, and you go up and you see there's a sign inside the building. It's like, oh, through this door is a comic book store down in the basement. Babe, we're taking a pit stop. No, yes. And then off I go. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, you know the area. Don't get lost. I won't. I'll be here. Don't forget where I am. Shoot, ping me on my phone. I'll keep it on. But like, dude, there's plenty of comic book stores around here. So I would say it might actually be easier. In fact, what's become a really big thing, not just up here, but in the States also, is the Canadian variant. So that's something else also. Because, they used to always do the Canadian variant back in the day, like in the shooter era. And, around, and sometimes, a little bit before that, ever since the direct market, they would have the Canadian variant. So when you got those, it's like, boom, oh, used to go to the Silver Snail, I think. Yes, the Silver Snail. That's the big one in Toronto. The other one I don't remember. It was on a basement. Oh, okay, Silver Snail, and I know because Chip Zdarsky Chip Zdarsky's always at the Snail, and he comes over to Gotham every so often also. You always see him there. But the Red Nails, I think Red Nails is the one that you're talking about in the basement. Dude, freaking next time you're up here, brother, come on by. Shoot. I'll take you, me and my fam, take you and your fam out to dinner one of these days, dude. It'd be great. But what do you call it? Anyway, yeah, just like there's always comic book stores around here. And like I said, the Canadian variant, most of them are here. And where I'm at here, dude, like I said, Zdarsky is here, Jim Zub is here, Richard Pace, like every so often, like I'll run into a lot of these guys every so often. Ty Templeton and his wife Katie is here. She's a colorist for his pencils. Who else? And his inks. Who else is here? Oh, Ken Lashley. Ken Lashley lives like right down the street from me, dude. Actually, so does Ty Templeton. But like, dude, like where I'm at is prime real estate for comic book peeps. Ed Brisson just moved across the other side. He's in BC now, British Columbia. So he's like all the way on the other side. He used to be, I think he was just in Nova Scotia, which is still kind of far, but it was closer than BC. But anyway, yeah, like, and he's the oddball. Like he moved outside of the GTA area. So yeah, this area right here is just like it's a golden freaking paradise level area for comic book peeps and whatnot. So yeah, I'd have to be really biased, to say that no, I liked it better in Jersey and Ohio and New Mexico. New Mexico sucked, dude. New Mexico sucked. Aside from the grocery store in Belen, I used to live in Belen, Belen, New Mexico, and there's a grocery store that had a spinner rack. And then after that, I'd have to drive 45 minutes into Albuquerque in order to go to an actual comic book store. Aside from that, yes, New Mexico sucked, dude. But we'd always be able to catch a Sonic on the way, so there was that. Just want to come back and never leave. Well, Mr. Blee, if I successfully passed my exam last week, then I might be able to hook you up and get you a permanent residency up here. So, yeah, you'd be here with all the other freaking Canadian comic book peeps. What's up, Professor Bill? Used to be excited about some of the Heroes Reborn spinoffs, but remember what you said about the heroes in Future State. These characters don't matter. Yeah, these characters don't matter. A lot of stuff is not mattering lately. You know what's bothering me right now? It just went out yesterday, apparently, but I saw it earlier because I'm part of the Marvel Insider. They he's like, yeah. With the Marvel Insider, they pointed out a couple days ago that they're going to redo or do something new with John Romita Jr. doing the trial of Magneto. They're like, oh yeah, there was a trial of Magneto back in the day. Actually, there were 2 trials of Magneto. There was X-Men issue number 200. There was also the 4-issue Fantastic Four versus X-Men books. So there's that. You know what I'm saying? And that was also dealing with the trial of Magneto. Wait, was that? No, that was sorry. That was with Doctor Doom. It was Avengers versus X-Men. X-Men versus Avengers versus X-Men. That's what that was. Anyway, like they dealt with one there also. That was the one where Magneto was calling Captain America racist, and he proved beyond the shadow of a doubt that if there's anybody in the world who is not racist, it would be Captain America. So I'm saying there's that. So yeah, dude, so much, man. And they're just redoing these same stories. It's killing me. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you were writing it in also. Yeah, so much stuff. So I'm using my money to get some independent books and going to read them on Marvel Unlimited. Yeah, you might as well, you know. What do you call it? I'm wondering about I don't know, man. I'm heartbroken. Like I said, this is the thing that Julius Schwartz used to do back in the day. See, when Julius Schwartz was in charge of DC and Mort Weisinger was the dude, like he was the guy who's actually like he was in Stan Lee's place basically, or Jim Shooter's place during the time. What do you call it? So like editor-in-chief, I think they would call him publisher at the time. What happened? They would thought I just heard a noise. That's weird. Anyway, I'm always hyper aware of crazy stuff. Anyway, so they where was I? Ah, crap. Where was I? Somebody type it in, please. House of Sequels. There you go. Breck. Okay, so I remember where I was now. So they at the time, DC Julius Schwartz says, listen, we're writing for 6 to 8-year-olds. So they knew that's what they were doing. So they said every 5 years or so we get a new readership, and the old readership usually leaves because we're just writing for 6 to 8-year-olds, right? So he was convinced that was the case. Multiple people backing this up, saying, yes, these are his own words. So every 5 years or so, he'd be like, listen, just start recycling the old stuff, like go look back. What did we do 5 years ago? What did the writer before you do 5 years ago? Just do that. Don't go crazy with anything. Just recycle the stuff. So you didn't have to put your own spin on it. And you can go back if you're a fan of DC from back in the day. You can go back and you could see every 5 years there'd be a new cycle, a recycling of the old stories and whatnot. At the exact same time, though, Marvel, Stan Lee was of the opinion, no, we are selling to 14 years old and higher. If somebody younger wants to go for the comic book too, hey, man, you're welcome to join in. We're not going to do too much crazy stuff. But I mean, like, there were issues of rape they were dealing with in the Marvel comics multiple times. You know what I'm saying? Mockingbird, Carol Danvers, like you name it. Somebody was dealing with something. So they would never recycle a story, ever recycle a story. Nowadays, what happened? Does anybody ever watch football? And by football, I mean like world football, world league stuff. So soccer. And in the States, they call it. Here, I think they call it soccer also. But I never hear anybody talk about soccer here. It's always hockey. Hockey. You gonna go to the hockey game, eh? Nobody talks like that around here. Sue Ann would punch me dead in my face if I tried to front and say that it did happen. Anyway, so oh my God. I'm just all over the place with this, man. Yeah. Marvel would never do something like this back in the day. And nowadays, the soccer quote, dude, I'm so tired. Whenever you're winning, you're trying to play defense. But if you lose, a goal, then you start pushing forward. Even the goalie comes forward. It's like, no, everybody get on the other side and start, pushing offense. We scored a point. Yay! Everybody run back and do defense now. If you just stayed on offense all the time, you'd win like by 30 points. But no, that's not the way that people think. Disney right now owning Marvel and giving them so much money, keeping them open, guaranteed with the MCU and everything. They're just like, no big deal. Just recycle all these stories. All of these stories are being recycled. Clone Saga, the Heroes Reborn, the freaking Trial of Magneto stuff. All of the stuff we're seeing over and over and over again, it's just recycled stuff from back when, Marvel was really, really good at what they did. It's heartbreaking right now, man. House of sequels. Flash TV show is introducing Impulse. I saw that. I saw the costume leak, and holy crap, dude! Impulse is the greatest of the Flashes. I know. But what about Wally West? F Wally West. That dude's dead anyway. Go blame Tom King. Impulse, however, Impulse was freaking awesome in the '90s, dude. Like specifically 1990. It was amazing. I loved Impulse, man. He was amazing. About to be shot. Hears suspicious noise in his house. Yeah, true. True. My arm's about to go numb from the vax, so we'll see. Tomorrow morning. So if you don't hear from me ever again, you'll know. I don't believe in groupthink, so I don't want anybody telling me, no, it's the proper thing to do when it's an experimental drug. Yeah, I don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. But I'm going to go and do it anyway because not a lot of people, almost nobody's dying from it. So I think my chances are pretty good. Should I roll the dice? Yeesh. Get my magic 8-ball. What was the highlight of your interview with Jim? I seen that you interviewed him about a year ago on your channel. Yeah, about 2 years ago. I think it was 2019. It was one of the last, I think it was the last big interview I did face to face. The year before that was Starlin. So I accidentally called Jim Shooter, Jim Starlin in there. It's cool. They're friends. Jim used to always go, dude, the stuff that he tells you behind the scenes is even better. Like, I'm surprised he didn't ask me for dinner, and invite me over to dinner because, like, him and John DeCarlo? Anyway, DeCarlo, they went, the inker who murdered Robin. What do you call it? They went into the hotel, whatever, the restaurant. They were eating in there. I'm surprised he didn't invite me over. Like, he was just going on. At the end, he's like, I hope I wasn't too wordy. He's like, what, are you freaking kidding me? Dude, that was great. He's like, yeah, thank you. Like, you gave me, you asked really good questions. You actually helped me to clear up a lot of things, which is actually really good. And I've seen in some of the other interviews he's done since, he's included a lot of those things in the interviews. Like, he'll interject and say those things. So that was actually really cool. You think my chances are good, Swint? Why, thank you. What do you call it? Yeah, I just I don't know. The highlight is mostly just the behind the scenes stuff. Just it's the exact. I think it's the exact same thing with everybody I've ever interviewed. It's like there's always the formality, and I get really nervous. Like, I was so nervous. You heard my stupid laugh I was doing, especially in the beginning. I'm just like, I was so nervous. Like, dude, Jim Shooter is a legend. To me, he's the pinnacle of what Marvel was, And when they played dirty pool and they fired him, it was the freaking worst. Like, I think it was just some of the dumbest crap ever. But Marvel did what Marvel did, and then Marvel went bankrupt. Marvel went bankrupt afterwards, and Cadence was bye-bye, sucker. So, like, I don't know what else to say, you know what I'm saying? You get Bill Jemes coming up afterwards and trying to do stuff, trying to take it digital. They have to sell their freaking characters, and they undersold them by a big deal. That's actually something that's really, really interesting too. I was like, they wound up having to sell their characters. He's like, yeah, and for 25 million, whatever it was, 25,000. I forget what it was. I want to say million because maybe it would have been something. He's like, when they sold it, like, they didn't get anything for it. It's like they made a deal that they forever lost Spider-Man. They're never going to get Spider-Man back unless Sony goes bankrupt. why would Sony go bankrupt? Sure, we could have said that about Fox also, but like, think about it. That's the only way we got the Fox properties back. The Fantastic Four and the X-Men. It's the only way we got that back. Is because they're like, okay, we're going to sell. We're just going to keep our news and our sports. It's like, so you're going to sell your movie library? Okay. So now they got Punisher and Alien too. you know? Yeah, dude, like it's insane to me. So they sold this, and for what? For what? Terra Glitch, what's up? Trying to see everybody. Let me get to everybody. Yeah. So him talking about a lot of that stuff, and then the thing is, I still talk to. I haven't talked to him in like a couple of months, but because I don't. Here's the thing about me. I hate bothering people. You know what I'm saying? I hate bothering people. What do you call it? Donnie Cates and I lost touch because I just got nervous saying things. I got, bothering. I didn't want to bother him. You know what I'm saying? And he's like 10 years younger than me. You know what I'm saying? So it's not even like oh, respect your elders thing. It's not my elder. You know what I'm saying? But I just like, I don't want to be a burden. I don't want to bother people. I don't want people to, especially when I can't see you, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want Jim to just like start ghosting my emails to him or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah, no, like we've talked behind the scenes also. We've talked like, just emails and stuff like that. Um, what do you call it? Yeah. Just I don't know. I just like ask him some things and ask him things about writing and storytelling and he'd go into, storytelling in comics is also with the pictures. You know what I'm saying? He'd go into detail with that. This guy would quote Aristotle. He quotes Aristotle to talk about how to write a story. Excuse me, what? It's crazy. Like this dude, he knows what he's doing. This is a guy who got his first comic book published and made money for it at the age of 13. Hot damn, you know what I'm saying? The guy knows what he's doing. And he wrote and drew that first issue. I've got it in here somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow. Does Universal still have Hulk and Namor? They have the distribution rights to them. So if you make so Marvel has the rights to make a Hulk movie as they did, but they don't get any of the distribution monies for it. So that means that when it goes to DVD, they don't get paid for that. Now, I don't know how that works with streaming. I don't know if they get to keep the money for. I mean, like all it really is, they put it on and it's like people watch it, but you have to subscribe to Disney Plus to watch it. I don't know. But I know that they were not allowed to make any money off of the distribution for those. So yeah, and since they own the distribution rights, I believe that Universal was able to say you're not going to sell those. I don't want you to sell them on DVD, which it wouldn't have hurt Marvel, but it would have been one of those things where it's like, well, so we put it in the movie theater and that's it. So they were only able to make money off of it through the box office. I mean, that's terrible. And it did not make a lot of money off of the box office. So they're like, we're never going to do another Hulk movie as long as they own distribution rights. Those two characters, Namor and Hulk, are so the Tales to Astonish group, Astonishing Tales. Astonishing Tales. They're the really messed up ones right now. Like it's fussed. Professor Sweet Jacket, what's up, God Tank? Yeah, I love my Venom Jack. I love this thing. I might have to wash it pretty soon, and I'll go and pull my Deathstroke one again. Well, Sony might sell the film division. Wouldn't they get Spider-Man back of that? Yes, they would. They absolutely would. Have you drawn anything recently? No, I was thinking about starting to draw for my own book. I was thinking about doing that because I've got time now, and I was thinking about just putting together stuff for a comic book. We'll see. We'll see. It was just yesterday. I was actually looking for a drawing pen. I don't have one, so maybe I got to go and get one if I can find a store that's open and selling them. Please, Khonshu fist like the yes. Use the fist of Khonshu and hit the like button. Anyway, guys, I am going to jet because I'm freaking tired, man. What Neil Stafford just entered the chat. I've been watching your videos for the last 3 months. Love your comic reviews. Thanks. Hey, no problems there, brother. Tales to Astonish was great. Able to get all the Namor Hulk issues. Yeah, wasn't Tales to Astonish? I forget. Wasn't Tales to Astonish the Hulk one? Excuse me, the Thor ones. Wasn't that one Tales to Astonish, or is that one Astonishing Tales? I think that one was Astonishing Tales. And Tales to Astonish, yeah, Tales to Astonish was Hank Pym, and then Hank Pym and the Hulk, and then Namor replaced. Yeah, replaced them. So it was Namor and the Hulk. Yeah. Anyway, it was something like that. Welcome to the university. um, the talk is that Disney may have them back. There's a rumor Namor may be Eternal. Oh, don't make him an Eternal. Please don't make him an Eternal. If he's in the Eternals, that would be cool, but I don't want him to actually be an Eternal. He's one of the first mutants, man. Yep, Hulk, Ant-Man, and then Hulk Namor. Yep. Looks like Supergirl's big finale, final big bad will be an imp from the fifth dimension, not Mixie. Oh, well then it would be Bat Imp, right? I don't know, probably something specifically for her. They just released images for the Guardian, and it's a female Guardian now. I don't know. I guess if it's any good, cool. I don't know. It's some of these shows are just really weird. It's like they're trying too hard. I don't know, man. Like Guardian's no match for Superman, and so therefore he's no match for Supergirl. So I don't see why. Whatever. I don't know. Whatever. People are happy with the show. Maybe people aren't happy with the show. Maybe that's why it's being canceled. Honestly, I don't know. I also don't care. So there's that. That's right. He's a mutant. He's a mutant brother because, of course, Sue-Ann is a mutant as well. Which MCU movie, Disney Plus show are you looking forward to the most? Probably Moon Knight. I'm interested in seeing if that's going to be any good, and it looks like it will be. It looks like it's going to be pretty damn good. I'm hoping. Here's to hoping, right? Anyway, but again, mind you, guys, I say it all the time. I'm a comic book guy, so I'll watch the MCU. Like I'll watch The Winter Soldier at a drop of a hat. I loved that movie. That was just one of the best movies going. You know what I'm saying? Wow, that was amazing storytelling from beginning to end, you know? That's and how hard is it to make a freaking spy thriller, you know? That said, I'd rather just go back and reread the Brubaker run than watch that. You know, I'm a comic guy. I prefer to actually sit down and read and look at the comic books. TV shows are cool, movies are cool, all these other things are cool. You have a freaking festival with the characters cosplayed and whatnot. They're all cool. I'd really rather just sit down and read the comic books, though. That's just me. So, yeah. Make him an external immortal mutant. Yeah, you could actually do that. You can get away with that. That would work. Instead of Cannonball, they said recently, it's definitely not him. If Evans ever comes back, said a Disney Plus show during the montage First Avenger, team up with Namor and Human Torch, get some invaders, baby. Do it. Do it. Hey, Miguel. What is this? Is Namor still a mutant? Yes, Namor is still a mutant, Miguel. All right, guys, like I said, I'm really falling asleep. I'm going to go and lie down for a while, and maybe in a couple hours I'll wake up and do the podcast. But either way, that's not live anyway. So everywhere you can find podcasts, you will find the Comic Book University podcast. Just might be after 6 tomorrow morning Eastern Standard Time because I've got to get some sleep. All right. Love and peace, my peeps. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. Class dismissed.